Hey there, vinyl community. I'm Will Smith. I realized that it's been 1 month since I posted my last collections update video, and I got looking through what I had updated over the last month, and it was kind of surprising. I got a whole bunch of things that have come in, and thought I better do another update video, or else stuff's going to get away from me. So, without any further ado, we'll go ahead and jump into some of the things that I've gotten, and hopefully give some color and commentary as may be needed. Anyways, with that said, I do a decent amount of travel for work. And sometimes while I'm out traveling, I might have a little time to myself and I stop by and see a record store. The challenge is I can't really get LPs because they're just big and they might not fit in my luggage. I only have carry-ons, etc. So I look for EPs or smaller, and such was the case. I was in Seattle and stopped by a record store there. In fact, I've got the name of it right here. It was Holy Cow Records at Pike's Market. But picked up a few singles which I think are pretty cool. First one has a very interesting cover. This is Rolling Stone's Wild Horses, and it comes in this really interesting lips cover, which I thought was cool. That and the Wild Horses is my favorite song by the Rolling Stones. I thought it was pretty neat. The B-side is Sway. So that one was pretty cool. I also got Bob Dylan's a Bob Dylan single, Rainy Day Women, number 12 and 35. That song is featured on the Forrest Gump soundtrack, and is Everybody Must Get Stoned is the kind of chorus. B-side is Pledging My Time. I also got this one. I was really disappointed to find out that this was not an original but an 80s remake. But it is the Beatles' I Want to Hold Your Hand, and I saw her standing there on the B-side. And then last is this pretty neat, it's a colored, orange, translucent colored vinyl of Creedence Clearwater Revival, Susie Q, Part 1 on the A-side and Part 2 on the B-side. So kind of neat there. But it's easy to go and get these for just a few dollars, and then they fit in my briefcase, and I just bring them home. So it really works out pretty nice. The next few that I want to show are ones that I got through VinylMePlease. We've talked about this before on my channel. A pretty interesting service, record of the month kind of thing, but they also offer some pretty neat exclusives. And I've bought a bunch of them that I've had a lot of fun with. The record of the month was Beck's Odelay, and this is on a pretty cool brown vinyl. Very neat album when I was in high school, and thought, man, that's cool. That's part of just my membership to have that one. But then there's a whole bunch of other really cool stuff. So I find their list of albums, and I go listen to them on Spotify, and if they're interesting and intrigue me on a song or so, I'll pick it up, because their pricing for some of this really is pretty good. So this one, I had never heard of this artist before, Keb'Mo. Blues America is the album. Really, really enjoy it. It is a kind of a blues rock album. Anyways, have enjoyed that one. I got this one, the Dave Harrington Group, Become Alive. Have really enjoyed this. Never heard of this fellow before I got the album through VinylMePlease, but Delta Spirit, Into the Wide. Difficult to tell here, but it's actually a die-cut gatefold cover, and so the cloud piece there kind of comes in and out. It's pretty neat. Rogue Wave, Descend Like Vultures, and it's on a pretty neat maroon vinyl. It's apparently a numbered exclusive, and so I have here number 71. And then next, Meow Plus Minus. This is actually a really good album, and I was kind of surprised by that in some ways, but have enjoyed that a lot. So got those for VinylMePlease, and then every so often I can find some really cool stuff on eBay, and I take a chance, and sometimes that chance turns out really great, and other times it's not so much. But I got several things here. Unfortunately, it looks like a lot of water damage on the cover. So I did get Lynyrd Skynyrd's Gold and Platinum. kind of the greatest hits of theirs in this gatefold, but it has been badly water damaged, the cover. I'll probably be looking for a good score of this again, but you can see the bottom there has the water has kind of taken that. And if you look closely here, you can see the staining from the water damage. Plays well, so that part's not a problem, but unfortunate that I gambled and wound up losing a little bit more than I thought on that one. The next few for my daughters, but are super fun, all of which are water damaged, but they're the Disney records. So the book and record together items, which are a lot of fun. That one's just nursery rhymes. It doesn't have the book. This one, a great example here is Bambi. It has the book that you can read along with the record, and then the record as well, which is pretty neat. Not a Disney one, and it's only part 2, but another book and record that you can see here, Music Machine Part 2. So, not sure if I'll ever find Part 1, but it was part of a bundle on eBay, and so that's what I got. And then lastly, Lady and the Tramp, another book. Probably the best condition one. It doesn't have a lot of water damage. And what I got, a little ring wear here on the cover, but no big deal. Also, off of some eBay scores, Johnny Cash, that's San Quentin. So that'll be good. And then a few ZZ Top. So we have Eliminator, El Loco, and Tejas. And Tejas is kind of cool because it's a trifold cover, but the record comes out the top. So it's really pretty interesting. And these seem to have some pretty nice custom printed inner sleeves with the lyric sheet and whatnot. Anyways, with that said, I got some more VinylMePlease things as well. So the next month cycle came around, and I ended up buying quite a few items off of there. I've found the VinylMePlease to be a really fun way to find new music. They've curated these different things, and probably about a third of it strike me enough to where I'd say, well, I'll buy that album. This album, really good. Kadhja Bonet. I don't know if I'm saying that right, and I don't know if you can see the name very well there on the edge. But The Visitor is the album. It is a really fantastic album. There is a repressing of Beastie Boys, which has been. This was a big album through high school, and with the reissue, I thought, I'm gonna try and snag that. It came in a nice. It's by Def Jam Records. It came in a nice polylined inner sleeve, but Licensed to Ill is now part of my collection, which is pretty fun. This one I found very intriguing, and I have enjoyed it a lot. The font here is extremely tough to read, but it's Weyes Blood. Front Row Seat to Earth is the album. I've enjoyed that. Utopia Defeated, another album. It's a nice gatefold. Came with just a regular paper inner sleeve that I'm going to have to swap out, but has a pretty cool splatter pattern. A lot of their releases from VinylMePlease are some type of unique vinyl, so that one is pretty cool. And then a couple others here. Big Smoke, Time is Golden, band that's quite new. I understand that the band has been struck by tragedy through some cancer, one of the members there, which is unfortunate. It comes on a pretty cool brown splatter vinyl, but really fun, just rock and roll music. I don't know how else to describe that. This one here, Julia Jacklin, Don't Let the Kids Win, a really this is a fun album, and I'd encourage you to check any of these out on Spotify to enjoy those. And then lastly, to show, this is going to be the last one. This was the, again, VinylMePlease release, and it is the books, The Lemon of Pink. Comes in a really interesting gatefold. This die cut has this book. Gatefold cover, pretty nice. Comes with a custom printed inner sleeve. And then, of course, I need to swap this one out, but comes on this really interesting gold and pink and red splatter vinyl with some custom labels there, which are really cool. Put this one away. It also comes with a piece of custom artwork that I have found interesting. So they really work hard to put together a really neat release for those records of the month. Anyways, with that said, that's my update. A whole bunch of things. Feel free to ask me questions and follow me on Twitter or anything there. And have a great day. See you later.